social media, I was found this fascinating. It has been talked about as this liberating thing, like it's a way for people to communicate with each other all over the place, and to potentially resist uh, authoritarian. It's been cast as a way to resist authoritarianism, but I think what it really does is it liberates us from one another. Like we don't interact with one another anymore. We interact with the computer or the phone, and through that medium, there's somebody on the other end, but you don't really think of them in the same terms as if you were sitting and talking to somebody or in a public place and kind of running into people in a physical way.
In the book, I what I show using a lot of data and analysis of people who have studied this in more care, with more care. Overwhelming force is, I call this logarithmic capitalism or logarithmic control, is because these relationships are being mediated by, rules and influencers who are relatively, as you point out, invisible to us. We don't know the logarithms. We don't know the people who are basically sort of determining what kind of messages we see online, what kinds of influencers, who are these influencers? I talk a lot to my students about this because I teach at Boston College, and the students say that they are online 4 or 5 hours a day. And I say, well, how do you feel about the connections you're making to your fellow, peers? Because you're now an internet generation, a social media generation. They're almost uniformly saying they're totally distrustful of what's happening to them online.